I take it you're constructing this gigafactory. It's built, well, not entirely built, but a significant portion of it is operational. Yes, a portion of it is up. It's a truly enormous object. When the gigafactory is finished, it will be the world's largest building of any kind, literally any sort. Not simply a factory. What is this? The biggest rocket ever. The biggest structure. In other words, I don't think scale is important for scale's sake. It's like you kind of have to make a huge thing if you say, well, we want to accomplish these goals, all right? So this is this enormous building that you have. Indeed, it will produce batteries. It is going to produce lithium batteries. There will be a space available. We're planning to have a celebration soon, although since it's been running for a short while, it's not really an opening party. Do any of you guys want to come? Sure, we'll be right over. Yes, please count us in for the battery party. They can't come, though. This is like they can't come, thus it's worth seeing, right? This is just ridiculous. No, more like an extraterrestrial dreadnought. It's very crazy. I mean, I love a good battery party, but whatever. Yes, but tell me where it is. Do these batteries contain lithium ion? Yes, the batteries in our phones are the identical ones. No, they're not. Please provide an explanation. All right, lithium, have you achieved a breakthrough in batteries? It is a topic that interests me. In general, you should believe no more than 1% of what you read about batteries online because there is so much false information out there. Lithium-ion batteries encompass an extensive array of technologies, and there can be significant variations in terms of power density, energy density, and cycle life among various chemistries. They are capable of being incredibly dissimilar. We get an up-close and personal look at the drama that has been developing from court cases to compensation schemes and all points in between. So grab a popcorn and settle in for an exciting journey filled with surprising discoveries. Are you prepared to delve deeply into Tesla's fascinating world? Put on your seatbelts because we're going to take you on an exciting ride through the highs and lows of the most recent developments involving Elon Musk and the electric powerhouse Tesla. We have a special request for you folks. Before we get into the exciting details, please show your support by hitting the like button and subscribing to Tesla Stock News. Let's go going now. Tesla is reportedly planning to increase the size of its Nevada battery production facility. To build a new factory, they want to use idle KTL equipment in China. Tesla will be in complete charge of this facility, and it will pay all associated expenses. The KTL staff will be mostly helping with equipment setup, with little other engagement. The goal of this new plant is to support the American supply chain for lithium iron and phosphate cells by producing batteries for Tesla's large battery pack offering. This action also raises the possibility that Tesla will purchase battery credits straight from the government. Considering that this news indicates an increase in battery output, it appears optimistic for Tesla. However, because of the report's hazy sourcing, some experts suggest treating it with caution. While it is possible that the news is true, it is not yet known if Tesla really receives these new cells. They might apply them to cars, which would allow them to use the $7,500 credit that isn't available for the Model 3 right now. One intriguing query posed is whether Tesla intends to construct a second gigafactory, or if the company is having battery issues at its current location, which is only operating at 50% capacity. Potentially more in line with their car business, a Tesla KTLS facility would allow them to qualify for the instant $7,500 discount and eventually lower the price of their cars. Turning the page, there is news of a lawsuit filed by a consortium of 25 California counties against Tesla. They claim that at its plants throughout the state, Tesla improperly managed hazardous trash. Although California's hazardous waste management legislation imposes a maximum fine of $70,000 per violation per day, this action seeks civil penalties. Though it's unlikely to have a big effect on Tesla's finances, it's still important to keep an eye out for any updates. Now, for some good news on Tesla's shares, Tesla has been buying back its own stock steadily, taking back the second spot in Cathie Wood's biggest fund. Furthermore, Tesla just opened for business in Chile, where clients may now order the Model Y or Model 3. In the meantime, a public survey indicates that 87% of participants support Tesla moving its corporate headquarters from California to Texas as its place of incorporation. This suggests that Elon Musk is very committed to the company's future. In related news, Tesla has introduced the Model Y hardware 4.0 in China while keeping the same pricing. Additionally, inventory Model Ys are discounted with cash, and low interest rates are being offered at enticing prices. This decision might have more to do with the regular practice of providing discounts at the end of each quarter than it does with any impending Model Y update. In addition, the US has started receiving updated Model 3 deliveries, and a number of European nations, including Norway and Spain, are reporting high delivery figures. Furthermore, notable developments in AI and autonomous driving have been emphasized by ARK Invest's Tasha, suggesting that in difficult circumstances, Driverless vehicles seem to be safer than those operated by people. They frequently decide to turn off the FSD, especially when transporting passengers. They point out that sudden disengagements are a problem with FSD1, and they anticipate that FSD2 will offer more seamless transitions, possibly with mild warnings. Mark claims that there will be considerable benefits to entering the robot taxi business early on, with Tesla leading the way. Even while the figures might seem unbelievable, it's important to remember that by 2030, robot taxis could possibly create an incredible $28 trillion in corporate value. Now let's talk about charging times. Investors in Tesla stock have some great news. The charging time for a 200-mile range has decreased by almost 3 times in the last 5 years, from 40 minutes to just 12. There is hope that within the next 5 years, this will even decrease to just 4 minutes. This quick progress in charging is encouraging for the uptake of electric vehicles. Going forward, Tesla's data edge is a big help as they get ready to provide their automated taxi service. Possessing access to 2,180 times more driving data than rivals and 50 times more than some competitors. Tesla is in a position to spearhead the biggest AI initiative in the world. The increasing popularity of electric vehicles may force conventional automakers to reorganize and combine in order to maintain their competitiveness. It's more likely than not that these businesses will need to make big adjustments in order to adjust to the changing automotive environment. Concerns have been raised by the Federal Reserve's decision to keep interest rates the same. Although they had earlier made suggestions about a potential rate increase, they are now taking a more measured approach to future policy. The likelihood of a rate cut in March has decreased from 60% to 45%, and there is conjecture that one may wait until May or June. A statement about the stability and the robustness of the U.S. banking system was also removed, which has drawn criticism, especially in light of the recent dramatic decline in bank equities of 32%, nearly 43% at its lowest point in a single day. We shall keep a careful eye on this scenario to see if there are any possible systemic ramifications. Gary thinks there are ways to rectify the matter with Elon Musk's pay, such going back and passing shareholder approvals again. Elon shouldn't be directly involved in creating his own compensation scheme, according to the suggestion. Noting that the court might have ignored precedent, Tesla also has the opportunity to appeal the ruling to the Supreme Court. It is noteworthy that the Delaware Supreme Court has demonstrated a self-reliant approach, frequently following its own beat. Given the current situation, there is no certainty that shareholders would automatically support the 2018 remuneration package. To demonstrate their ongoing support for Elon, some contend that it should be approved. Here, it is feared that Elon's drive to meet the objectives set forth in the pay plan may be impacted if he ever has reservations about the backing of the shareholders. This ambiguity could make things more difficult to do. Let's now focus on the judicial aspects of this situation. Some others think the judge may have made a politically influenced ruling. Looking into the links here is worthwhile. The Delaware Chancery Court Chief Justice who found against Elon was employed by the Young Conaway legal firm in Delaware prior to taking on this role. It's interesting to note that over the years, this company and its workers have contributed a sizable sum to President Joe Biden. This is the fascinating part. Vice President Joe Biden gave a speech at a Young Conaway campaign event that Hunter Biden organized for Congressman John Carney in 2016. Later, when John Carney was elected governor, he proposed McCormick, a Young Conaway partner, to the Delaware Chancery Court. But there's still more. In an email dated March 2018, Hunter Biden threatened legal action against his Chinese business partners while asserting that he knew every judge on the Delaware Chancery Court personally. To throw petrol to the fire, he even considered filing a lawsuit in the Chancery Court. President Biden demanded a federal probe into Elon Musk after Musk acquired Twitter and stated that he wanted to restore free speech. Following this, legal actions and investigations into Tesla, SpaceX, and Musk were started by the Biden Department of Justice, the Securities and Exchange Commission, and the Federal Trade Commission. Concerns have been expressed regarding the American legal system being used as a weapon against political opponents in light of the judge's recent judgment. The judge was selected by Biden's close friend and has ties to some of his top contributors. Now, the question is whether Elon Musk poses a threat to U.S. national security and whether his acquisition of Twitter was done in concert with other nations, such as Saudi Arabia. To make sure that everything stays above board, Elon Musk's technical partnerships and collaborations with foreign nations do in fact merit further investigation. It's important to keep an eye on this as it develops. A salient feature of this case is the possibility of financial benefit for the participating attorneys. It has been noted that in securities class actions, attorney fees may reach 15% of settlements over $1 billion. The solicitors in this instance are said to have spared Tesla an astounding $55 billion. It is understandable that people could become irate if they receive even a little portion of that. It's interesting to note that some contend that the class action legal firm, not a specific shareholder, is the true plaintiff in this case. This begs the question of why the case was filed. Let's examine the judicial component now. It's interesting that the judge questioned whether Elon Musk, the richest person on the planet, was overpaid at the opening of the post-trial opinion. Does Elon Musk's wealth make a difference in how much he should be paid as a CEO? It's an interesting point of view. The timing of the compensation plan is one of the factors that makes this issue more complicated. Elon Musk was by no means the richest person in the world when it was created. This historical background gives the conversation an intriguing new dimension. Furthermore, a closer examination of Elon Musk's correspondence during the design of the compensation plan shows a man whose priorities are Tesla's. In order to make sure Tesla's priorities were met, he even recommended postponing the conversation. It's crucial to emphasize that, despite the case receiving a lot of attention on social media, Warren, a former attorney, took the time to read the whole court case. He says it was not politically motivated, nor was it an attack on capitalism. But other people believe that the judge was biased when she criticized Tesla's chair, Robin Denholm. It's been suggested that due to her remarkable performance, she earned a significant income from her position at Tesla. Arguing this as a matter of disagreement seems a little out of the ordinary. Finally, several of the elements that the judge picked apart from Tesla's proxy statement are discussed. Opponents contend that attempting to handle every little detail would result in a cumbersome 1,000-page booklet that very few people would ever read. We've looked at some fascinating discoveries today that help to clarify the nuances of the most recent occurrences involving Elon Musk and Tesla. What are your opinions on the most recent Tesla-related news? Tell us in the space provided for comments below. We sincerely hope that you will find this debate to be interesting and educational, and if so, please consider liking this video and subscribing to Tesla Stock News. We appreciate you being here with us today and hope to see you again in upcoming episodes. Follow along for more updates and analysis on Tesla.